With the tank's transportation thus arranged, our first task is complete. We will now turn our attention to the second. To wit, obtaining the blessing of the Ilsabard contingent to use the Tower of Babel to channel energy under the moon. Our destination is Camp Broken Glass, where we may present our petition to Commander Lucia. Back to Garlemald again. Let's go. So probably run into Alphino and Alice there, most likely. Let's find out. Masumi, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Void Send incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. The tower, Golbez, the moon, the void. Oh boy. Lots of stuff is happening. Indeed, we appreciate you consulting with us ahead of taking unilateral action. It is no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only of the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. That's true, they can't really do that. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by Anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is like to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his Voidsend hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet, even were we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relieve personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Have these people seen Voidsend with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who's freezing in this cold. A natural thing to do might make them a fire, yes? What if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay, the necessity of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So, like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. How are we into that? I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alphino and Alize. With their report they have established with the Garlean people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. Right, again. In the meantime, Urianger, might I ask that you remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? Okay, so, yep. I was right, we gotta go find the twins. Or we'll be meeting up with them again. Let's go. Another Tertium. I'm glad to see you, Masumi. Vishra has explained our present dilemma. 'Tis no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trusting the Ilsabard contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. What you gonna say? Trust, again. Well, seems to me there's not for but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then, perhaps, we can begin working towards a compromise. Okay. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at the station called Senatus, near the Seneculum Imperialis. Latin is fun. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where the people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others. Others save 0. Might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Tapper's Den will have their own opinions. Alphonode, if I may drag you along. Tertium will leave to you. You are no stranger to these people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Okay. Then it's settled. Once you've learned what you can, let's all meet in the Forum Solius, where we'll have what I hope is a productive discussion. Okie dokie. Time to question the people here. Who are these people? Mosby, may I present to you Lords Neus and Metius, magistrates of our political council. They've been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilsabar contingent. I see Alphonode and Alze have yet to arrive, though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The tower is a manifestation of the Garlian ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and will forever bear a tremendous cultural significance. It's insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it. Nay, we've had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald, and all that lies within her bounds, is beholden to no one. Huh. So, what do we do now? Say fuck it and just reactivate the tower. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alpha and Alze to meet us there. Lord Medius, Lord Neus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Ilsabar contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I present for this discussion. What? I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Okay. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future, is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I will struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish to only identify common ground, upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well, but know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. If it's settled, then you should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there after I see to their excellency's safety to Tertium. Okay. Well, what'd you got? Oh, 0 as well to join us. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. Let's... How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. Uh-oh. I like Zero for how blunt she is about everything. Or a lot of things. What's going on is Ishgard dude. What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is that the matter? Oh, no. I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout the Rego, Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we propose the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route, but you heard them, they refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on the matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who's it to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It's been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not that is if that's the case, but the fact remains we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken. Unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement, of course. While I do understand the difficulty of your position as a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. All right. Big man Varshan's gonna handle things. Let's return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Okay. Let's go. Okay, looks like we got a cutscene. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there's a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As Satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Razat Han and the people of Garlemald. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for this is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsapar contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. 'Tis no surprise that then that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further, or spending more of their already limited autonomy. This is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. One that would restore them a sense of agency, while having been forced to rely upon charity. Oh, are you gonna send spices over? Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Razat Han abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish to continue this. In this tradition. We will provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Razat Han's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Wow. Zero being a good friend. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Razadhan were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. Okay. If you see the sense of my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over the Lord Neas and Medius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. Okay, back to Tertium again. More politicking. So we're here with them. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you will do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it's not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the Sachem of Razadhan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. Well, the aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed arrangement presents a rare opportunity. 'Tis true we do not want for Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. Or precise terms, I don't know where I got that from. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You serve the Emperor, were a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant. Like you, I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense, utter nonsense. You're a traitor, Neas, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Sonatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Damn, what an asshole. Lord Medius, wait! It isn't safe out there. Guess I gotta go after him. Alright, so we either gotta go find him, or he'll be dead by the time we get to him. I'm gonna assume the latter, knowing this game. Bonds of trust. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave the matters here in Maxima's care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Sonatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. Again, let's find him, and he'll probably end up being already dead by the time we get there. I'm alive. Right, we saved him.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Ooh, voice acting as well.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Messius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Yeah, well, that blood splatter. Last we checked, it was still there.
So long as we live.
No one really went to clean that up.
Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me?
Okay, cool. So, good.
Elwipard, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Good. All right. So we finally arrived to save an NPC.
Wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
So what you want to talk about? I wonder.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
And the shrug. She doesn't quite get it yet. And she'll get it eventually.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
She's new. She's learning. She's new. Stop being mean. Don't be mean, guys.
So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
Yeah, so the 13th is just kind of a free-for-all. Every man for themselves. Ooh.
During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriats.
Okay. I see the armor. The big cape. Okay. Swordsman and mage. The mage is obviously Golbez here. Swordsman. Okay. I've played FF4. The cogs are turning in my head. Could this be Cecil? Who knows? Because Cecil was a Dark Knight. That looks like a Dark Knight sword.
When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria.
You're late. Oh, just in time. Baron, that's the kingdom that Cecil and Kane served under in FF4. Soldiers of Baron. Okay, Cecil. Okay, this could be Cecil. Okay, are we actually going to see Cecil, though? Okay, I'm excited.
They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them, too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together.
This was the flashback we saw last patch.
I was cold. In pain. Wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations.
Yeah, I think this just makes you just want to play Final Fantasy IV.
I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Well, we knew that there's some we can time travel.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. the fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
With a handshake, perhaps? No. However you like. What are we gonna do? Gonna hug it out? Oh, handshake.
It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means.
Oh yeah, the meaning of friend.
Someone you trust.
That's nice. That's sweet. Oh. Ah. God damn it. This is Xenos. What a guy he is. Okay, so what now? Oh, that's the quest. Thank you. I feel at last as though I found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Euless. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. We should join them. Let's go. Take the money. Let's go. Back to Tertium. Off we go. Oh, it's just gonna put us here? Ooh, I think it's just gonna put us in a cutscene. So how's this gonna go? Full glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garland community are gathered here at this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable. I do, and Neas, I pray you forgive me my disgraceful conduct earlier. I'm ashamed not only for my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. Oh, there's the twins. There they are. They're back again. You should know that, when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once you explained that it would be to prevent another Voidsent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say that the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. I have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. Yeah, it's quite a crowd. Ahem. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. Everyone turns to listen. I'm pleased to inform you all that on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Razat Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Razat Han will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. So far, so good. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade, a bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect, and it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Razat Han holds Garland technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that through this arrangement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather around to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to learn those elsewhere, or convey them to those elsewhere. Okay. So I guess they're just talking about it. Alright, talk about it amongst themselves. All good. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone was enough to rekindle their hope. 'Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Once the tower stores have been replenished, we need but wait Y'shtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon. Yes. Then you can leave that. Anything else on this end to me and Alpha Node. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I'm in your debt. You are good friends. Hell yeah. Good friends. So where to next? I assume we go to the tower and then head on up. That's exciting. Let's go.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion.
Hi, Buggy. We're getting close to the trial.
Nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
Oh yeah, how'd the Savage go? Because I know you joined Xeno and Spuds to do some Savage stuff. How'd that go? I know you guys got like two light parties. but then I had to leave to like eat dinner and then start my own shit. So I have like no emotes. I'll probably add those emotes. Yeah, after this cutscene, I'll go add those emotes. You dropped out? I see.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
You cause a second light party. Classic griefing the parties.
Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow great worm.
You would have me go in my true form.
Ooh, shit, big dragon going in?
Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes.
Okay, so wow, he's actually like rejoined us in dragon form to the moon.
And until such time as we find Ashdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
I gotta hold the eye again. Oh god, fucking dragon eyes. This fucking goes back to Heaven's Ward all over again.
Will you do this for me?
Yes, I will do it. I'll just put the big, massive, volleyball-sized eye in my pocket. No problem.
Contact you via link pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Yeah, I know whose eye that is.
We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
That's fucking Vitra's sister's eye, Buggy. What the fuck do you mean?
The briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
Who's Vitra again? This guy.
Go well.
This is classic lore skipper. Classic lore skipper, of course. This is the entire point of the post Endwalker expansion is to find Vitra's sister. That's literally the entire point of everything we've been doing. Is to find her. Let's go back to the moon.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
Okay, so this could be our trial.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on voice and summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel.
Yeah. Well, who knows? There's 9 patches of the
Given
quest.
his
We've done like
credentials,
5 or
I
6.
was confident he wouldn't be denied.
I think we're probably on the 5th one.
The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
So are we going off?
Containment seal. Then thou wouldst
Oh, wait.
make use of...
Containment. So what, we're gonna like try to...
Aye, a tried
Trap
and tested
him?
means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it.
Ah, damn, so we're gonna throw
We shall
old
reforge the
Golbez in
brands
horny
that
jail.
Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna try to capture him.
There are,
I guess.
however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
Okay. So I'll have to go fix this shit. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiac's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void scent. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings and on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loporrit's supporters will be suitable for this purpose. Urianger, Masumi, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Livingway in Bestway's burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a void scent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray do the same. Okay, off to talk to the Loporrits. Let's get going. Okay, these are little robots. The combat bots they got.
Really sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush. Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always.
Cool. Alright.
Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with void scent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
So I gotta beat them up.
I would make a better
Oh.
instructor.
Ah, shit.
Not only have I fought void scent, I am one.
This fucking look. It should be fun. Okay, so they just fucking run away. Or some of them.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
Okay.
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat's bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into void-sent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement, we just might be able to do it in 2.
These fucking things. What does she think about these things with the Loporrits?
This I leave to you.
Fucking sound effects as I turn my head. Stupid game. Oh, this game's so dumb sometimes. I love it though. Oh fuck, what is this? I need to rally their spirits. So what? Slash rally them? Oh yeah, the power of emotes. Let's do it. My, everyone's in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we'll have the supporters up and running in no time at all. Pray attend to your remaining busy work and leave the development of our new and improved voice and slaughter bots to us. Will do. So is this trial time? Possibly. Okay, so I'm just gonna go fix them, I guess. Ah, shit, Bluetooth phone call.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
Exciting. I'm excited.